Hello friends, we are in the new part of the transfer news. We will evaluate the agenda before the winter transfer period. The majority of viewers have not subscribed to my channel. If you like my content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Enjoy watching. Manchester United handed huge transfer boost as goal machine Serhou Guirassy rejects new Stuttgart deal and is ready for next step in career. The 27-year-old was offered a new deal by the Bundesliga side, according to Christian Falk. Stuttgart wanted to buy out his release clause, which stands at €17.5 million, to prevent losing him for such a low fee, but the forward has snubbed the deal. Guinea international Guirassy's exploits in the German top flight have caught the eye of several top teams, and Falk reports that he is ready to make the next step. Manchester United, Newcastle, Borussia Dortmund and AC Milan are the teams reported to be interested in the attacker. United are reported to be lining up a bid for him in the January transfer window. Guirassy has been in sensational form for Stuttgart since his arrival from Rennes in the summer. He has scored a whopping 16 goals in just 12 games in the Bundesliga, putting him just 2 goals behind Harry Kane in the league's scoring charts. Guirassy will see out the rest of 2023 with Stuttgart but could opt to leave in January should one of the interested parties match his release clause. Otherwise, the attacker could decide to finish the current season in Germany. Manchester United want Graham Potter. Ex-Chelsea boss linked with sensational return to Premier League as incoming chief Sir Jim Ratcliffe has already made contact. The British billionaire is set to take control of football operations at United with a 25% stake worth £1.3 billion. According to The Sun, he is considering Potter as a potential replacement for current manager Erik ten Hag in the Red Devils dugout. Despite not contemplating ten Hag's immediate sacking, Ratcliffe will be forced to reassess the situation if United fail to improve their disappointing form, which saw them bow out of Europe after finishing at the bottom of their Champions League group. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is flying again. Disgraced ex-Arsenal captain has been reborn at Marseille after brief stay at Barcelona flopping at Chelsea. The 34-year-old striker openly admits he's a vengeful character and, right now, he's silencing his critics in France and England. Football really is a funny old game. Arsenal, Barcelona and Chelsea could all do with a reliable goalscorer right now, and yet all three had Europe's most informed forward on their books at one point or another during the past 2 seasons. They had their reasons, of course, but the fact remains that, at 34 years of age, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is flying again, literally. The front flip has returned, and so, too, have the Marvel-inspired celebrations. Because Aubameyang has belatedly got himself back among the goals since moving to Marseille during the summer. Ahead of Thursday's Europa League group decider against Brighton, he's been directly involved in 10 in his last 4 games, scoring 7 times himself to take his overall tally for the 2023-24 campaign to 18. The truth is that Aubameyang is too old, but it's being written on social media that Barcelona want him. We don't know if Barcelona, who are preparing to sell Lewandowski, will buy Aubameyang back. If they sell Lewa to Arabia with a high price and buy Aubameyang back with a low price, then it would be a successful transfer policy. Time will show this. Barcelona set to compete with Atletico Madrid to sign Man United outcast Mason Greenwood. Barcelona have sent scouts to watch Greenwood in action this season while out on loan at Getafe, according to TalkSport. The Catalans are not the only top Spanish club watching Greenwood either. Atletico Madrid have also been keeping a close eye on the forward. Greenwood moved on loan in the summer from Manchester United and has 4 goals and 3 assists so far this season for José Bordalás's side. Barcelona may be being linked with Greenwood, but Xavi's side hardly lack for attacking options and will add to their squad in January. Vitor Roque will sign from Atlético Paranaense and join Robert Lewandowski, João Felix, Rafinha, Ferran Torres and Lamine Yamal in the squad. The Catalans are also thought to be keen to make Felix's loan move permanent at the end of the season. Yet Greenwood could still end up staying in Spain. Getafe have already said they would like to sign him permanently, while Valencia and Real Sociedad have also been linked with the Manchester United loanee. Victor Osimhen is poised to sign a new contract at Napoli with a potential release clause of €130 million, in a major blow to Chelsea. Fabrizio Romano reports that Napoli have reached an agreement in principle with Osimhen over a new contract. The striker's current deal expires at the end of next season, but the deal will add another year, to 2026, and is likely to include a release clause. Osimhen has scored 6 goals in 11 Serie A games this season, and his new contract could reflect his value with a release clause, worth up to €130 million, per the report. The value of the clause has yet to be decided, but the news of a potential new contract will come as a blow to Chelsea, with reports having claimed they could bid to sign the forward in January. Why out-of-favor Raphael Varane could leave Manchester United as a free agent in 2024 amid uncertainty over defender's contract, explained. Varane has fallen out of favor at United, and his appearance against Bayern Munich in the Champions League on Wednesday was his first appearance since November, against Luton Town. He has been on the bench in 3 of the last 4 Premier League games and was not in the squad against Chelsea, and it has now been revealed that he could leave United this summer on a free transfer. Per The Athletic, Varane's contract ends a year earlier than was originally publicized. It was previously thought that the World Cup winner's deal would end in 2 years. As United said, upon his announcement that he had penned a deal keeping him at the club until June 2025. However, the deal actually expires at the end of this season, with the Red Devils holding an option to extend the deal. If they do not do so, it is unclear if they will. Varane can discuss a free transfer with foreign clubs from January 1, 2024. As a result, United may be minded to attempt to engineer a transfer in January in order to receive a fee. Bundesliga side Eintracht Frankfurt are confident of securing a loan deal for Manchester United outcast Donny van de Beek in January. The Dutch midfielder is desperate to move out of United in search of regular game time and could head to Germany in the January transfer window, as Bundesliga club Eintracht Frankfurt is close to signing him on a loan deal, according to journalist Florian Plettenberg. Out-of-favor Arsenal star Reiss Nelson clarified if he wants to stay at the club beyond the January transfer window. Nelson, an Arsenal Academy graduate, has appeared in 14 matches across all competitions in the ongoing season under Mikel Arteta and was handed his first Champions League start against PSV Eindhoven on Tuesday. After the match where the Gunners were held to a 1-1 draw, the winger clarified if he wants to stay back at the club or try to make a move out in the January transfer window. Speaking to RTL, after the Champions League clash, about his loan spell at Feyenoord during the 2021-22 season, Nelson said, "I have a good relationship with the coach. I helped them a few years ago and that was a great time. I was able to develop really well." When asked if he is planning to make a move back to the Dutch club, the player replied, "I have signed a new contract with Arsenal. This is where my heart is at the moment." Ex-Chelsea star Glenn Johnson has claimed that his former club were ripped off for Moises Caicedo after winning the bidding war with Liverpool. The Ecuador international is still looking to find his feet at Stamford Bridge after an ordinary start to life in the capital. Liverpool tried to swoop in late with an offer for Caicedo, but the midfielder stuck to his guns and opted to join Chelsea. But amid the tug-of-war between the two Premier League giants, Brighton benefited as they upped the selling price to £115 million. The former Chelsea defender, Glenn Johnson, questioned the price tag and opined that Caicedo has failed to live up to the hype. While speaking to Betfred, he said, "He's a good player. Was he worth the price tag? Probably not. Brighton only had one chance to sell him, so they obviously tried to ride that hype to get as much money as they possibly could for him. But for me, he's not living up to that hype. I would still say he's a good signing, but not for that price." On social media, Liverpool fans continue to provoke their arch-rivals Chelsea fans. They say €115 million were thrown away because of us. It's not a waste. Caicedo is a good player, yes, but I think he's not worth €115 million. Romelu Lukaku off to Saudi Arabia? Chelsea outcast has said yes to millionaire proposal from Gulf state as Roma exit looks certain. Lukaku is currently on loan at Serie A side Roma from Chelsea after falling out of favor at Stamford Bridge. After spending last season with Inter Milan, the 30-year-old has now scored 11 goals in 18 games for Jose Mourinho's side. But rather than extending his stay in the Italian capital, journalist Fabio Santini claims the Belgian international has accepted a lucrative offer to go to a Saudi Pro League team next season. He said on television, "Lukaku? A flashback with Juve is difficult because he has already said yes to a millionaire proposal from Saudi Arabia. I say to Roma fans that at the end of the year, one thing is certain, Romelu will leave. The current market value is €40 million. But of course, if there was an offer from Saudi Arabia, it would be at least €70 million. That would be a very good income for Chelsea." Chelsea and PSG target Gabriel Moscardo drops huge transfer hint as he enjoys European trip with girlfriend Julia Silvestre. The Corinthians midfielder is currently holidaying in Paris with his partner after the Brazilian league came to an end last week. While on vacation in the French capital, the 18-year-old uploaded a photo with Silvestre on his Instagram story with a caption that translated to, "This vacation will be perfect with you. Very happy to share these moments with you." Despite strong interest from the Blues, Mercado recently reported that the League One champions have held positive talks with the Brazilian giants and agreed on a deal that will see Moscardo joining the League One champions in January and then immediately sent back on loan to his former employers until June or December 2024. The player, on the other hand, refused to give out anything on a possible move out of Timo. However, fans will be very interested to see him holidaying in the French capital, where his next club could be based. Although Moscardo has not been confirmed as a PSG player, his recent trip suggests that he could be scoping out things to do in his new surroundings. It's approaching 4 months since Sancho last played after falling out with Ten Hag, during which the £73 million winger has been training and eating alone at Carrington. Finding a new club won't be easy, but Mail Sport understands that meetings took place in Germany last Thursday between Borussia Dortmund and representatives of their winger Daniel Malen that may have ramifications for Sancho. Malen has been linked with a move to Old Trafford in a swap that could see Sancho return to his old club, 2.5 years after leaving Dortmund. Juventus and Barcelona could also offer him an escape route from United. A Daniel Malen-Sancho trade could be good for both teams. It's not known if Dortmund are in favor of the swap, but United are very keen. Real Madrid are now leading the race for Reading's teenage striker Kaan Vickers, according to The Sun. There had been interest from Arsenal, but the Premier League side looks set to lose out. Reading starlet Kaan Vickers is set for a dream move to join Jude Bellingham at Spanish giants Real Madrid. The 18-year-old forward only turned pro with the Royals in July and made his senior debut against Peterborough United in August. Since then he has become an important member of Ruben Sell's first team, making 17 appearances and scoring 3 goals. Vickers has been a rare bright spark for the struggling Royals, who currently sit third bottom of League One. Arsenal have been keeping track of Vickers after he scored and impressed in a 5-2 win over the Gunners under-21 team in the Football League Trophy in November. However, in a shock move, Real Madrid have moved ahead of Arsenal after opening talks with Reading this week about a January swoop for their talented teenager. Cash-strapped Reading want £1 million plus a percentage of any future sell-on deal. Manchester City midfielder Calvin Phillips looks likely to leave the club in the January transfer window. Pep Guardiola has apologized for his failure to use him on the pitch more, and Newcastle and Liverpool are keen. Pep Guardiola admits he is clueless what the future holds for Calvin Phillips after issuing a groveling apology to the England midfielder. The former Leeds United man has found opportunities extremely limited since his £45 million move to the Etihad Stadium. Phillips has made 29 appearances since then, but only 5 of those have been starts. He has already been linked with moving away from City ahead of the January transfer window. Liverpool and Newcastle are among the clubs to have been credited with an interest in him. Guardiola was asked about the midfielder's future ahead of this weekend's clash with Luton. The Spaniard admitted he is unsure of his future but apologized for not giving Phillips the game time he deserves. Phillips will probably be transferred in January. Barcelona hope to turn the loan moves of Joao Cancelo and Joao Felix into permanent ones. The Manchester City defender and Atletico Madrid forward have both settled in well in Catalonia. Barcelona president Joan Laporta has confirmed Joao Cancelo and Joao Felix are both viewed as a key part of the club's long-term plans. Cancelo and Felix are currently on loan at Barcelona from Manchester City and Atletico Madrid respectively, and the duo have made positive starts to the season under Xavi. They have scored 8 goals between them to help the Catalan giants through to the knockout stages of the Champions League, and kept them in title contention in Spain. However, Barcelona's financial struggles have been well documented, and they had their salary cap slashed by more than £320 million in September, leading to concerns about their ability to sign top players moving forward. Laporta has insisted Barcelona can keep hold of Cancelo and Felix, though, and wants to secure their futures at the club. Liverpool face competition from both Arsenal and Manchester United for Fulham's Portugal international midfielder João Palhinha. The Express says that manager Jurgen Klopp hopes to spend in January. Liverpool are reportedly hoping to fight off competition from Arsenal and Manchester United to sign Fulham midfielder João Palhinha next month. The 28-year-old has been widely tipped to leave Craven Cottage since the end of last season and had his own Nabil Fekir moment in the summer when a proposed move to Bayern Munich fell through at the 11th hour. Palhinha arrived in Germany on the final day of the window and was even pictured holding a Bayern shirt, only for the deal to end up collapsing in dramatic fashion. It threw up memories of Fekir's failed move to Liverpool in 2018, which fell through due to medical concerns after he had completed his first interview for the Reds' official channels. Liverpool are said to be keen on bringing the Fulham ace to Anfield, with Jurgen Klopp widely expected to chase new signings in the winter market. Yes friends, we have come to the end of the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Goodbye.